Welcome back. As the title implies, as some of the other fellows may have noticed, the man cave always seems to be approaching critical mass. These days I'm waiting for this thing to explode through the front windows here into the front yard. But I do come up with different ways to rearrange it and, you know, get piled up mail cleared out and use that to stuff my backstop with over there. And since our Ford UAW makes us order our prescriptions from Express Scripts, they use these white plastic bottles, various sizes. And I get these here for the top care and Tylenol stuff. I get these in all kind of different sizes. The ones about half this size is great for putting a couple cotton balls in, and you can ship some pellets to somebody in there wrapped up in bubble wrap and everything. Or this size here, a couple cotton balls, you put some pellets in there and send to somebody. I like to use all this stuff. And I got some pictures here I'm going to show you where I use the plastic baby wipe containers. It looks just like a little snap lid dunnage container. Perfect size for putting a couple of fistfuls of pellet tins in. And various boxes, Amazon and Walmart really ships my Airgun stuff to me with, or stuff I bought for the family for presents or whatever. And it was Airgun Depot or Pyramid Air. One of them sent me this really neat box. Looks like a little treasure box. Regular cardboard, but made really nice, unusually well. And the lid is sort of like this and goes down in the front like that. And has this little notch to stick a thumb into, you know. So I saved that and I put my Birchwood Casey bottles in there, my all the True Oil and Cleaner Degreaser, Bluing and Rust Remover, etc. You got another taller box there at Walmart, just about that big a square, about yay high. I put my oil and cleaning kits in, and my pin oiler bottles, and Molly Lube paste that looks like a little toothpaste tube. All that kind of stuff goes in one of those. And then I'm going to show you a cart here that matches this chrome steel do-it-yourself wire rack shelf thing. And the cart matches that. Got a nice wood top on it. I set the gun butler on top of that. I stacked more of those little baby wipe donnages in there with small rifle parts. The Planters peanut cans I use for small change. And the one sort of almost ovoid shaped plastic container, really nice snap lid that French's fried onions come in. I put my spent pellets in there. And I'll show you pictures of all that stuff and the Gorilla tapes that Walmart sells. They got it in all kind of different colors. They got racer tape too. They got this silver duct tape that's made just for using on cars. I used to call it racer tape. Some of the other guys call it 200-mile-an-hour tape. Like the time Jim Dunn, the funny fireman's roof on his rear engine Barracuda blew off, and he used pop cans, pop rivets, and racer tape to put the roof back on. It worked. 210 miles an hour or something. That was amazing. So anyway, I'm going to show you what all I do here with these how I repurpose various containers and stuff. Oh, and while I'm thinking about it, I changed my mind on what I'm going to paint the receiver with on that Craftsman 760 Variant 4. It's like a semi-gloss, satin gloss, kind of black that's on that receiver. That's still got the metal receiver with the plastic stocks and real nice white caps and everything. I changed my mind about using the gloss black Rust-Oleum. It's too shiny. I found another one I'm going to show you in a picture here. It's made by Rust-Oleum, but it's got the paint and primer combined in one. This new age stuff. 2 times ultra cover. Well, we'll see. I don't want the filling. I don't want like the heavy sanding primer kind of thing that fills in details. I don't like the details getting filled in. The glass black Rust-Oleum was really good for not filling in details. Even stamp numbers stand out clear if you just coat it thin and even. Anyway, so they got this new one. It's paint and primer mixed together. It's still Rust-Oleum black, but it's semi-gloss black. I think that'll be just right for the receiver on the 760D, the third one from the top there. There's just a little bit of gloss to it. You need a little bit of gloss to seal the surface. Flat paint will not seal. So people complain, paint their walls with flat paint and wonder why they're scrubbing the paint out trying to get the crayon marks out. Because you have to use at least an eggshell gloss on the walls and like satin glass or semi-gloss on the moldings. Speed typical weight there. But yeah, I'll show you the shelf and the carton just to kind of give you a little idea where I have to arrange things here. I even saved the box when a new Caldwell chronograph came in when Battenfeld Technologies replaced the lights, the little strut thingies for the lights, and the unit, and the wire that goes to the phone. And I got the fire wire to USB connector for the phone, but it won't recognize it. At least not with the old unit. I'll have to try with the new one. They use that at Battenfeld to test those Caldwell chronograph units. I just can't get it to work with mine. It must be a piece of software I'm missing. Maybe it works with the newer ones, or just something they have I don't. You know what I mean? So, I know a box there was about that long, I mean that wide rather, and about that long and about this high. I cut down in half, covered it with black tape, Gorilla tape, and I used that for a tray to put my bags of cleaning patches and all that sort of thing in. So I can stack these up, and I still got to get some more furniture for the room and change a few things over on that side. It'll happen eventually. If I get rid of those 2 big boxes of reclining racing buckets, $600 for the seats, I'd take $300 just to get rid of them. The Fast and Furious kind of seats. I bought them in a Pro Tuner and I never got around to using them. So I have to sell them and make some more room. Get rid of all the beer brewing stuff. I put a butcher block tape over there for hammering on, or put my vise on, and I got a hammer and tap things together on the air rifles and junk like that. Put that over there, that'd be a lot better because I can move the gun racks around. At my age, I've starting to take different pills and stuff, and I can still have my drinks in the afternoon, but I just don't drink like I used to. Anywho, I'll show you all the different things that I use that I've repurposed here in the man cave to pack everything in tighter in a smaller area so it saves room. And we'll take a look at that now. Okay, here's the Rust-Oleum gloss black left and the semi-gloss right. It's semi-gloss is a little glossier than what shows on the paint cap there. The paint and the primer mixed in, I don't know. And here's all the various containers I've used and cut and put the black-n-camo Gorilla tape on to kind of like, well, it's like Airgunner's crafting. But like Brody said, everything works if you let it. And here's all my cleaning supplies in the taller box. Just give you an overall shot of that and what all's in there and everything. Fit a lot of stuff in there, it just makes it easier. And here's the baby wipe dunnages I use for 3 different calibers of pellets, clearly marked. Nice little stackable dunnage container. And how many pellet tins you can get in them, and they're not full yet. You could put a lot of pellets in. Them things are already heavy. 177s here, maybe half full. And 22, I can still fit maybe 3 tins in there yet. And in 25s, well, that's only about half full. I can still fit 4 or 5 in there. And here's the cart that matches the shelf I bought, and how everything's arranged to pack it all in there with a gun butler on top, my glue gun, and other things like that. That one box with the folding lid back there. And I also use them for small parts, and give a little idea here just how much stuff I got packed in there. On the left is all kind of extra seals and assembly parts and things like that. And I got like 3 gas valves in there with related seals and pistons and all kind of junk in there. Extra scopes and mounts there right next to all the stock finishing supplies. That picture was a quart of permablue. And the old chronograph parts that are still usable packed away in that box there. Never know, I might be able to make use of a second one. Thought that'd be kind of neat. Get my own VC. And here's a shot around the man cave. Not too many people get to see. And where it all happens, including all my books. So, good Lord willing, the creeks don't rise. We'll see you again.